Hi everyone, welcome to Math Wizards 123. In this video today I'm going to show you a way that you can find the median of a set of numbers. So we're going to solve two problems together using the prices of some Vans tennis shoes, and then I'm going to show you a card game that you can play with your friends or family to practice some more searching for the median. So let's just take a look and see anyone's in here. Hi DJ, how are ya? Let me just turn my volume off here so I'm not echoing. Okay, so we're going to search for the median today, and a little different than finding the mode. The median is actually going to be the number that falls in the middle when you put all the numbers in order from the least to the greatest. So let's say we were shopping around for some shoes, checking out some Vans tennis shoes, and here are some prices that I looked up online for different pairs of the Vans tennis shoes. And what I'm going to do is take these numbers, and you can do this along with me if you have a piece of paper at home. But what I'm going to do first is take all of the prices and put them in order from the least to the greatest. And we're going to do the same thing when we play the card game as well. So the lowest number that I see here is 45, so I'm just going to set this up here. And then I'll separate my numbers with commas over here. So the next number in order is going to be a 50 right here. And then moving up from 50, I see a 59. Okay, and then we're going to move into the 60s. So I see we have 60 here, and then 64, and then finally 65. So once I have all the numbers set up in order, let's see if I have the same thing that you got. 59, 60. Let's see. Yeah, check out where you have, so from 60 I went to the 64 here, and then finally 65. And it's really important to include all of the numbers. So I'm just going to count how many price tags was I looking at when I was shopping. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so my list, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's just a good idea to check that real quick before you start crossing numbers out. So the next thing we're going to do to find the median is search for the one that's in the middle. So I'm going to start moving from the ends, and I can use, if you like, you can use a different color pen, but I'm just going to cross out the end numbers and keep moving towards the middle. So the next pair would be 50 and 64, and that leads me to these two numbers. So whenever we have an even number in the data set, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is an even number, we're always going to wind up with two numbers in the middle. So now what I want to do is I want to try to find what value falls right in the middle between 59 and 60. So you can think about it first before we calculate it, but you might be able to imagine if you're counting and you're moving from 59, there are no whole numbers, right, that you can jump to in the middle from 59, between 59 and 60. But we can use decimals. So just kind of think first what you think it might be, and then I'm going to show you up over here. So what we do is we grab the two numbers and then we just add them together. So I get 119. And then what I'm going to do with this pile now is just divide the whole thing in half to find out exactly what is the middle between 59 and 60. Okay, so 119 divided by 2. And I know that 50 groups of 2 is going to make 100, so I'm going to jump right to that and then subtract this out. Now I don't know any facts that land on 19 when I multiply it by 2, so I'm going to jump to a 9 here, because I know 2 times 9 makes 18. Okay, so that gives me a total here of 59, but I still have this one remainder. So what we're doing with the remainder is that's just going to wind up being chopped in half. Okay, so instead of just 59, we have 59, and we can write it this way, and a half. And that makes sense, that 59 and a half is going to fall right in the middle between 59 and 60. So if we're writing this as dollars, we would put a 0 here, and then that price would be $59.50 if we're talking about shopping for shoes. Okay, our card game will be a lot simpler because we're only going to be using single-digit numbers. So, but this is a way that you can find it by just adding and then dividing by 2 with any numbers that are 2-digit or more. Yes, 59.5. That makes sense, DJ. So now, what if I was shopping and then I found another pair of shoes, the Vans tennis shoes that cost $44? So now my data set, or all of the numbers I have 6 here plus 1 more, so that makes 7. So I'm going to try this again with 7 numbers and see how this works out. If you have an odd number, because 7 is an odd number. So if I'm searching for the median, or the number that's in the middle, I'm going to start with the lowest number here, which is 44. And again, I'm just going to set all these in order from the least to the greatest. So going in order, 45 would come next. Okay, and then moving to 50. And then jumping to 59. I don't see any more 50s, so I'm going to go to my 60s. And then finally with 65. So now this time I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one did I miss? Oh, I missed the 64. See how it's good to check? All right, let me fix this real quick. I missed the 64 right here. We've got to include everything. So it's always good to double check. So we have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now that I have all the numbers that are in the set, I can go to the ends and just start crossing these out until I find what's in the middle. So I'm going to cross out the 2 ends here. That moves me closer to the middle, 45 and 64. I'm going to pull those out. And that moves me closer to the middle. Now I can pull out 60 and 50. And boom. This is easier because since there was an odd number of numbers in the row, we only have 1 left in the middle. So the median would be 59. Yeah, that's funny. Sometimes, yeah, now with when you're finding the median, the odd numbers are going to be a lot friendlier when you're trying to solve these problems. So I agree with that. All right, so now I'm going to move over to the card game. So here's a way you can practice with this. And so if you just keep a little sheet of paper there so you can add up your own score while we play. Remember that we're just going in order. So from 10 to a jack, jacks are going to be worth 11, queens are going to be worth 12, and kings are going to be worth 13. All right, while we play the game. So I'm going to shuffle 3 times here. And then what I was thinking is that we could try maybe 4 rounds using 6 cards, and then 4 rounds using 7 cards. So we'll have it, we can try it both ways. And hopefully most of the division we'll be able to do it in our head, but you can always pull a piece of scratch paper if you need to add 2 numbers together and then divide by 2. Okay, so for the first round, so this first set is going to be my hand. So I'll deal my hand, and then I'll deal a hand for you to see who's going to have the highest. We're looking for the highest, whoever has the highest median. Okay, so we're going to start with, let me make sure you can see all these in the camera. 1, 2. Okay. So first things first, when you get your hand in front of you, you're going to take all of your cards and just put them in order. And I can see I have 2, I'm counting these as 1s here, but I'm going to put them all in order. And then my jacks down here, these are going to be worth 11, so I'm counting those as 11s. All right, but I'm looking for the median, so I want to find what number is in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to just pull my cards right off the table. here's my end cards, here's my end cards, here's my end cards, and boom. So 6 is in the middle. So for my hand, I have a median of 6. So what we're going to do is I'm going to deal now another set of cards for you, and then we'll see what your hand is, and we'll see whoever has the highest median gets to keep those points. Okay. All right, so here's your set of cards. Hopefully you can see it all. Yes. Okay, let me just scoot it a little bit this way. So I'm going to pull them in order for you on the camera here, and then you can take a look. Now I'm going to give you a second to look at it and see if you can tell me what the median number is that you think. You think it's 4? Okay, you're changing to 5. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards for you to see what it actually is. Boom, it's 5. Yeah, sometimes when we glance at it right away, we think, oh, it's that one. But when you actually pull the end cards off, it might turn out to be something else. So you have a 5, I had a 6, so that means I win this round. So I'm going to hold on to my 6 points over here. And then the next hand will be mine. So we'll try another one here with 7 cards. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put all of mine in order, pull these out over here, and okay, what do you think the median is for my hand, DJ? Now that I've got them all set. I'm thinking it's 10. I'm going to start pulling, and we'll see. Yep. So my median for this hand is 10. So I'm going to hold that thought, and then let's put a hand out for you. Oh, is it buffering? Okay, I just got a 10 for my hand, so now I'm going to deal yours. So this is going to be your hand. Hopefully the buffering will end here. Da-da-da. Okay, just give me a thumbs up if you're back in. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the end cards so we can find out what your median is. And it's a 7. Okay, so your median is a 7 on this one. Let me just pull this over here. Are you with me, DJ? Okay, the last median for you is a 7. Oh, okay, you're back with me. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to a 6 card spread. So this next hand will be my hand. And I'm going to go ahead and just set these up in order. And, okay, maybe we could always start at our scores over here if we need to because of the buffering. But I'll keep playing just so that everybody can see at home who's watching this later how to play. Keep looking for the median. So if I'm looking for the median on this hand, once I deal out 6 cards, I have an even number. So that means I'm going to have to do a little calculating. But I'm going to go ahead and pull my cards away, my end cards, until I get to the middle. But there's 2 cards in the middle now instead of 1. So I'm going to add these 2 values together. Okay, great. You're back with me? Okay. We can start a new score from here if that helps. I don't know if you remember what all your, if you have your score from before, but this is my hand for 6 card spread. So since there's 2 cards in the middle, now I'm going to add this together, 9 and 5, that makes 14. And 14 divided by 2 makes 7. So for my hand, my score right now is 7. Okay, for the median. So now let's see what yours is. This is your hand. Again, I'm going to deal 6 cards this time. So you can kind of go back and forth while you're playing. You know, maybe play 4 hands with 7 cards and 4 hands with 6 cards just to make it a little more challenging. Okay, so this is your spread here, and remember, we're still pulling the end cards away, so I'm going to do that part for you. And that leaves you with 2 cards in the middle. So now I have to find what is the average, what's the median between 9 and 10. So what we're going to do is add these together. 9 plus 10, that makes 19. Okay, and then if you divide 19 by 2, you can always use a calculator on the side while you're playing the card game if you want to do it quickly. But you're right, DJ, it's 9.5. Okay, because 2 times 9 makes 18, and then there's one more value that you have to split in half. So that's where the decimal comes in. All right, so 9.5 is your score there. Okay, now let's do, this would be my hand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just do 2 more spreads here. Let me pull this around. Okay. So again, I'm just going to pull these out. Pull these out. And then in the middle, if I'm searching for the median, there's 2 cards or 2 numbers here. So I'm going to add them together. 8 plus 8 is 16. But then when I divide it by 2, I get 8. So my median for this hand is 8. Okay? And let's do one more for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, just looking at the cards before I pull them away, can you figure out what your median would be for these numbers? Remember, the jack is an 11 on the end here, but we would be pulling those away anyway. 5.5. Okay, let's check it out. So if I pull these away and I pull these away, I'm left with 2 numbers in the middle. So 5 plus 6, that makes 11. And then when we divide that by 2, yes, you get 5.5. Okay, great job. Did you keep your score, DJ? I stopped counting after the buffering. So I think I'm just going to call you the winner on this one. And you get another ticket into the raffle also, so that's cool. But you did a great job. Okay, 27. Yeah, I think you had more than I did. I'll look back through the video and count my points. So, great job. We'll tune in tomorrow. If you tune in tomorrow again at 1 o'clock, I have another card game. We can review this game a little bit, but I have another game that you can play to find the mean of a set of numbers. So there's 3 different ways you can play this game. So hopefully you have time to play this at home with your friends or family, and I will see you back here at 1 o'clock. Bye, DJ.